Assalamu alaikum, you are watching Desi TV USA. Let's have a look on a special report. Thanks to the Houston Endowment for supporting this event and other events throughout the year. This was hosted at Southern News Group 11122 Bel Boulevard, Houston, Texas 77072 on December 10, 2024. The program commenced with a warm welcome and introduction by Sandy Claus. A brief review and highlights of 2024 were shared, emphasizing key achievements and progress. Key highlights and presentations growth of the network. Lee Nguyen shared updates on the growth of the network and its achievement over the year. Newsletters and website developments. Nakia Cooper discussed the efforts in sending out newsletters and enhancing the websites to keep them engaged and informed. Social media outreach. Yesenia Razu presented strategies and successes in improving social media outreach and engagements. Advertising and community coverage. Sandy Claus highlighted the importance of targeted advertising and elaborated on the topics, issues, and community news that Houston ethnic media should focus on. She also discussed monthly briefings, special reporting projects, and editorial plans for 2025. Detailed editorial plans were outlined, including fellowship opportunities and a roadmap for content creation. Marketing plans for 2025 were introduced, focusing on community engagements and outreach. Expo 2025 schedules for July 8, 2025 and the United Way Conference Center. The expo will include discussions on target audiences and key agendas, workshops, exhibits and award presentations, identifications of decision makers, who to invite and sponsor outreach, survey for detailed comments and feedback to refine strategies. Houston Ethnic Media Directory Lenny Page demonstrated the HEM-EMS directory and shared plan for compiling the comprehensive Houston Ethnic Media Directory to enhance connectivity and collaboration. Network opportunities. Attendees had the chance to participate in one-on-one interview with panelists after the presentation. Exciting news and opportunities for 2025 were shared, leaving participants inspired and motivated for the upcoming year. Thanks to all who contributed to making this event a success. We look forward to an impactful and prosperous 2025.
I want to make sure we get those names.
Those,
I'm
those are
sorry,
very
actually, that's
influential
my,
decisions.
if you can turn it off.
They're very influential decisions.
Yes, that's great. How many of you went on the Air Alliance bus tour? That was a great event, I thought. And I really have gone back to that over in my mind. Guess what the oldest endangered species list? The animal who's been on the endangered species list the longest. Does anybody know?
The vegetarian.
The Houston toad.
Oh,
The Houston toad. And so a wonderful movement on climate change. Amphibians are about to disappear. 42% are in danger of disappearing in the next 10 years. And you know what they do to protect us? They eat mosquitoes.
Oh, come on.
So when frogs and toads disappear, mosquitoes thrive.
Like was answered at the voter engagement with, from the the constituents asked that question. And so I think human labor trafficking is also something that's big, and what are the plans? How are you taking care of it? How is it affected by deportation? I mean, of course, I
heard about anyone talking about the new Trump administration next year is going to be up, and anyone pay attention to the LGBTQ. Okay, yes, I would like to see if we can have this topic to discuss in the coming years, and also we can invite people from CDC, FDA,
yourself, and do you have any ideas? Thank you for joining us.
Hi everyone, my name is Robert, I go by Bo. So I know a lot of corporates, they have a matching program with nonprofits and media organizations. So if you know of any media that takes pitches for TV shows, I think that would be a great idea, because corporates, they literally do a 1-to-1 match or a 2-to-1 match if it promotes their company. And I was talking to Yelp previously about saving, how some restaurateurs, if they close business, their recipe goes away, right? Well, I was talking to Yelp about saving these recipes and doing a TV show about that. And
This is fascinating.
yeah,
I'll definitely catch up with you to get more
yes.
of your information. Thank you, and thank you for joining us. Anybody that I missed very important? Tell us.
Thank you, Cindy. John Young from the Vietnam Post, Houston. Very happy to see all the recent ethnic media from the area. My interesting topic, I would say the health education, since it's available. I don't mind maybe I can help to invite some of the healthcare provider, for example, to give us some speech or lectures topic, or whatever they are interested. Because I think this is a great, Houston is a very mixed, international, very international populated community from different area people in different areas of the world. So certainly will
One, if not number two, from California ethnic media, what they most want covered on a regular basis. Okay, we have only about 15 minutes left, and I want to cut to the chase on several fronts. How helpful would it be for you to pursue some of the topics you suggested if you were to get a fellowship of, let's say, $500 or $1,000? And would you think of collaborating or agreeing to include in your coverage, if you have a radio show, including a reporter from one of our group who also covered the topic? In other words, you could do this on your own, that's fine. We want to begin funding. It's almost like a fund for special reporting. We also want to do collaborative. And so the topic of how immigration, the mass deportation of undocumented immigrants, is affecting small businesses, for example. Think, and this is premature, but would it help to be able to say, and we'd have to prepare a special request for funding that you could fill out, and you would need to trust us to sort of sort through and agree or provide some editorial feedback. This is a great idea, but we need to add this and so. Would that be helpful? And I just want, because we presented so many good ideas, and we have this opportunity to create a fund that would support special reporting and collaborative reporting projects. So this is partly what we wanted to hear from you on topics of interest, but also to begin to think, okay, if we did 3 special call-outs by March, what are some projects you would like to do if you had a little extra investment in your reporting capacity? Okay, that's the first. We do one the first 3 or 4 months, the second one, the second. We do it, I guess, every three. There's no such thing. We do it on a either quarterly basis or 3 times a year basis. But think of what we'd be able to show as a result. Ethnic Media, Houston Ethnic Media Collaborative sponsored these reporting projects. And all you'd be asked to do is just have a final little thing. This was sponsored by Houston Ethnic Media Collaborative. That means we all get recognition. And here's the key thing. Disability is the #1 challenge. Accessibility is the #2. So as we do more, like the Expo, as we sponsor an awards program that recognizes the journalism, can we in 2025 become more of a visible part of the journalistic landscape so that when we access individual decision makers, and this has already begun to happen. Oh, Houston Ethnic Media, yes, I'll be there. That's what we want, not for Houston Ethnic Media as an organization to be powerful, but for the media that make up Houston Ethnic Media to have a little extra clout. The name of the game in the long run is, can we bring in added revenue? It's taken a long time, and if you talk to my marketing director, the ad agency she had to work with, she said, Sandy, I never want to work with them again. You had that experience with the same agency at the census. However, beggars can't be choosers. We need to go with anyone willing to provide advertising revenue. But I do believe the Expo, and it's not the day of the Expo that matters, it's all the work that goes into preparing the Expo. The Expo is an excuse to bother people. Hey, we're doing this big event, and we want you to be there. We want to hear from you. We're seducing people into getting to know more about us. Now, with that said, the last point I wanted to make is that Lynn Page did an extraordinary online directory for California. Imagine 380 ethnic media outlets that were available in a kind of static way are now live online. And you can choose ethnicity, county, format, or city, and download all the media we have in our directory by that. Imagine if we can do that for the Expo, so that we're able to say, you can access all the ethnic media, or at least we can't be so arrogant as to assume we have everybody, but we can say maybe 75% of ethnic media that serve audiences in Harris County and Fort Bend are now available online. I just want to give a huge shout out to Lynn for explain how this works? Because the only thing is that as we get deeper into this, advertisers are going to want to know details.
Alrighty.
And the more we're willing to share, even with our own rivals, this is really true in California, where, let's say, Chinese media don't want to let people know what their audience size is, because that may lead to one outlet getting the ad and the other not. So I'm sensitive to this, but I think we can be respectful of each other and the competition, but still together make a huge impact with this kind of directory. When you get 3 or 4
I'm ready.
minutes to just take people through
Okay.
40
Quite a-
counties.
Yes. And the city. So this directory can be used independently or together, meaning you can go here to media type and say, I want all print. Don't select the ethnicity, don't select the county, and it'll be all the print in California. Let's go look right quick. And I apologize, this is not us, this is the Wi-Fi.
Okay, it's a work in progress, or? It's loaded. It's loaded, okay. Well, it's the first thing I never thought of doing. And honestly, I think so many people in their resumes put winner New American Media Award. I mean, it is a great thing we can do as a collective to recognize each other's work. And these are cash awards, so we get sponsored, and the sponsors become impressed, and they, like PG&E, become advertisers. So it's all about the same. Okay, it's 1 o'clock. You've been incredibly patient. You get the last word here.
Okay, please don't kill me. Don't shoot the messenger. I must say this. Stories, please, and Sandy, forgive me because I didn't tell you I was going to say this. Stories need to be turned in sooner. You are all journalists. We are all journalists. And if you go out and you cover an event, that story is up for your station or your outlet within hours or maybe within a couple of days. You're turning them into us within 30 days. The story is old. And we're giving you fellowships and stipends for those. We have the people that we're putting on panel, and we started off with 30 days. That's fine. That was so everybody can get acclimated. We're going into 2025. We have gotten ourselves going. You know the procedure. Let's give it to them, because we have people who were saying, hey, like with Bart, they're looking for those links, right? And they're seeing them. But you know what they ended up doing? The people who had some of those links in early, those people, they got an additional funding to say, hey, can we advertise with these people? If you didn't put yours in and you didn't get part of that ad buys, because your story still has yet to be in. And then you know that you're on the Net 30 system with the checks that are being sent out by Alexis. And sometimes we're having, me and Wynn and JJ are having to fight for you to say, oh, will you let them go by? Too many times people are saying, oh, I got delayed, I got behind. You're journalists. You're journalists. You're journalists. Turn your stories in. Treat us with the same amount of respect that you would for the big guys and the other mainstream media markets. You are just as strong. Show it. Take us seriously. Turn these stories around. Give us that amazing quality work, because this woman just said, I have more for you. I'm willing to invest in you. Nobody's willing to invest in us, a lot of people. How often is your boss going to ask you, can you go and do an extra story and I can give you $500 to $1,000? Are they asking you that? They said, turn the story around, get it out here,
Okay.
and get it up.
Okay. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
On behalf of JJ, Akia, and Lynn, last word, Lynn.
Yes, I just have some housekeeping. Just to follow up with the expo, I'll be reaching out to everyone.
Sandy Claus thanks all the media partners and extends a very special thanks to the founding member of Houston Ethnic Media, Tariq Khan from Pakistan Publication Inc. Group of Companies. Please eyewitness the event by watching videos to the end and support the ethnic media, the one you enjoy and your authentic information source. No fake news. Watch, like, comment, share, follow and subscribe to Ethnic Media.